Hello glamorous ones, welcome back to my channel. My name is Qixi, and what we're going to do today is celebrate the Chinese Qixi festival, otherwise known sort of as Chinese Valentine's Day. And that is actually celebrated on the lunar Chinese calendar. It's the 7th day of the 7th month. On the, I think it's called the Gregorian calendar, which is the one we go by. It's August 25th this year. So that's actually for us on Tuesday. By the time this goes up, it's going to be already. It's going to be Monday in China is already going to be Tuesday there. So Monday for us, rather. Wow, I said that so eloquently. Yay. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about, while I paint these, let's talk a little bit about what the festival is and what it's celebrating. And while we do that, I'm going to paint a moon on this nail with some white polish. It's actually white gel polish, or gel paint, sorry. And it's yayoge. Okay, so generally the tale is a love story between a weaver girl named Jinyu, and I'm sorry if I'm not saying these names correctly, but I did look them up and I'm trying my best. So the weaver girl Jinyu and the cowherd Nulong. Now I know that there are more than one actual variations to the story, but this is the one that caught my attention, and so I thought I would go ahead and share it with you. There is the cowherd Nulong. He lives with his brother-in-law, or his brother and his sister-in-law, but they're hella mean to him and they kick him out. So he finds a little cottage, a little shack sort of thing over by the river. It's the Silver River. And he is herding his cows. And he falls in love with this weaver girl who's a weaver girl from heaven. And they fall in love and get married and have twins, living there by the river, just enjoying life. But for some reason, that really, really upsets the Queen of Heaven. I don't really understand why. Doesn't really make very much sense to me personally, but that's the story. So she comes while the herder is out herding. Nulong is out with the cows. The Queen of Heaven comes and steals Jinyu away from her family. When he comes home, he sees the babies are crying. I'm just mixing up a little bit of white with the blue to make a different color for the clouds. And we are going to, I'm sorry I dip a little out of frame here at the beginning when I'm creating the base cloud. I'm really, really sorry. So when Nulong comes home, the kids are crying. He's like, Bambinos, what's going on? And they're like, this old lady stole moms. And he's like, oh no. So they're crying, and they're crying, and they're crying. And because they're so upset, the King of Heaven feels bad for them and decides that once a year he will allow the magpies, which are little birds, to come and form a bridge over the Silver River that will enable the lovers to see each other and reunite for one day on the 7th day of the 7th lunar month on the Chinese calendar. So that to me sounds pretty rough. But honestly, it's just a legend about astrology, really. The Jinyu symbolizes Vega, which is a star. Let me look. Guys, I'm going to try to tell you. It's a star in the constellation of Lyra. And the star Altair, which is the brightest star in the constellation of Aquila. And they are on opposite sides of the Milky Way, except for one day a year. And so the story just symbolizes the yearly orbit, I guess, of these two stars. which is honestly pretty freaking cool. I love how ancient people, because this story actually goes really far back. Let me remind myself. It goes back to the Han Dynasty, and the Han Dynasty goes back to 200 to 220, or 202 BC through 220 AD. So that's a long time ago. So that's pretty cool. I love the way that ancient people don't get the credit for knowing about the things that they knew about. So now what I'm doing with this blue that I made that's a little bit darker, I just added a little black to it. I'm coming in to make the bridge. So that's the little magpie bridge. And now on top of that bridge, we are going to come in and just do a silhouette of the lovers meeting on the bridge. I'm not going to try to do features or any of that because your girl can't paint that stuff. But a simple silhouette of a human, I think I might be able to pull that off. You guys will have to let me know if you think that I did. And I thought it would be super easy because in all the pictures I saw, they're both wearing dresses, like sort of robes, sort of a look. Guys, excuse me. As some of you may know, I live in California. Now I'm just doing the sleeve of her robe. I live in California, and there are over 500 fires here right now. And so the air is very smoky, and I have been coughing for days. So if my voice is a little weird and I cough a little, you will know that that is why. And I'm just making their hands hold, you know, because if you've not seen your wife in a year, the very least that's going to be going down is some hand holding. Tell me if I'm right. Okay. And now I'm making his head, and I wanted to tell you because you're going to notice a difference at the end. I do take his head back off a little bit and then put some clouds there and then remake his head because I wasn't happy with how you couldn't see it enough. And the two blues are different, but I just felt like it didn't stand out enough, and so it almost looked like he was too short, and that was really upsetting me. So I just, which is not, that's fine if it's fine if a man is shorter, it's totally fine with that, but all the pictures I saw, that wasn't the case, and so I just wanted to try to make the best representation of what I had been seeing, because I looked up a bunch of pictures. I actually learned about this holiday from a game I play, and they celebrate holidays from all over the place because I think the developers are actually in China, and I'm sure they have. Now I wanted to show you that I start doing the handrail with this, and I didn't like it, so I do end up taking it off and doing it a different way. And I mainly don't like it because when I looked back at the picture, the way that they had, actually 2 or 3 different pictures, the way that they had done it was much more simple, and it looked more frankly Chinese. So I just decided to take this off because this looks too much like it's a handrail for a Disney ride, right? I just didn't like it. So what I ended up doing is just making it super simple, blah blah blah, super simple, just simple lines. And I thought instantly as soon as I did it, I really liked how that looked much better. It really just looks like a handrail on a bridge. So I just like that much better. So we're going to go ahead and do that in here. And then I do a couple of those as well in between and around the levers, so you can just see the progression of the bridge. And here we are. Now on the other 2 nails of the set, the thumbnail and the, before we get to that, I do take just a tiny bit of glitter and just highlight a couple of spots in the couple like their sleeves and right along the hemline of their outfits. Just, I don't even know what I was thinking, especially since I end up doing a matte top coat anyway. So you'll just have to let me know, should I have left it alone? Was that cool? Was that bad? I'm still kind of on the fence about it, because I actually do like glitter with a matte top coat, but I felt like this glitter, because it's holographic, you lose all of that holographicness once you make it a matte top coat. So you do see the silverness of the glitter, and I liked how that looked in the clouds there, but I'm not sure how much I liked it on the actual lovers, on the people, the cameo of the people. And that's why I did a matte top coat on these, actually, is because I wanted it to look like a cameo. And I think that's how it ended up looking. Now, that extra blue polish that was sitting there, I polished the other two nails with that, and then just went in with a glitter top coat. The same glitter. And then I'm going to do a shiny top coat. And this is a matte top coat here. But you can see what it would look like if it was shiny. Do you think I should have gone shiny or kept it matte? You let me know in the comment section. Okay, guys, here's the finished set. I really had so much fun researching this and looking it up and making the nails. I hope you guys enjoyed them. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Click all those buttons, and we'll see you on Wednesday's video. Happy Qixi. Bye-bye.